Survival games play on multiple of your most basic instincts, like the need for food and the need for shelter. And this is exactly why base building is such an important feature in survival games. It's also why we all love to watch those videos about people making their little base in the middle of the forest. It sparks up our monkey brain with one of our most primal instincts. And this is exactly why I wanted to add base building to my game. And so I did. But first, I have a promise to keep. Last devlog, I promised that I will add something glowy. And so I'm making a sworn promise to you now. I will add glowy stuff in the next devlog. And so I added these cool little glowing mushrooms to my cave, and you can even eat them. Although, I personally wouldn't recommend that. Oh, and I also added a crafting table that unlocks different craftable tiers. This is a very simple and easy way to add a sense of progression to the game. And now to the meat and bone of this video, the base building system. After carefully thinking about how I wanted my base building system to be, I came to the conclusion that the classic base building that most survival games have would not only be the best suited, but also the easiest to implement. You know, the base building system where you have a foundation and you have different buildable structures that all nicely snap together. Well, to do this, I created a base building component that I attached to the main character. I then programmed this component to take any model I give it and display it in front of the player in this green transparent material. This is simply to let you visualize where you're placing the thing you're trying to build. I then made it so that when you click the left mouse button, it simply spawns in the model in the spot you chose. Pretty simple stuff for now. Where it does become more complicated is when you want the parts to snap into place. This is a very basic but yet very important quality of life feature. The way I made the snapping work in my game was that I added invisible ghost structures and attached them into the different places you'd like those structures to snap to. And when I'm, for example, building a wall, I have a laser, also called line trace or raycast, depending on what game engine you're using, that shoots out in front of the player and looks for these ghost structures. When the laser finds a ghost structure, he then tells the base building component what he found, and if the ghost structure that he found is the same type as the thing the player is trying to place, then it will snap the model to that spot. Obviously, we still need a menu, and so I made a menu for the player to select the different buildable structures. We have a foundation, we have normal walls, we have walls with a doorway, we have walls with a window, and we have a simple ceiling. And finally, to finish it off, I created a hammer which basically unlocks the base building feature to the player. And there we have it, a very rudimentary base building system. Subscribe and like, or I'll make you eat one of these mushrooms. Oh, and if you want to see more of my survival game prototype, then click right here.